Boys, welcome back to my Raw Talks channel. This is where I talk everything directly from my brain out through my mouth with zero filters. So if you do get offended, I would say it is best you leave right now before I get started. But if you're a G, if you're a deal maker, if you're about it, stay. Let's fucking go. Alrighty, well, this is the end of the week for myself, for everyone as well. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I did not achieve as much as I wanted to achieve this week, and I do not regret it either. I do know, obviously, as an entrepreneur, that's something that 100% has to change going into next week. Because right now, I'm trying to avoid self guilt and regrets and stuff like that. I'm trying to live my life in ways where I do not look back and regret certain things, even though they may not be ideal. I no longer want to live life in regret. So that is something I'm actively working on. I am aware of it. I'm aware of it, and that is something that I will try my best in reducing significantly. Living life with regrets because it got so bad a couple of weeks ago. I just started ruminating, thinking of the good old days as a teenager. Really, really bad. I wouldn't say I got depressed in the sense. I'm not a depressive person, but I just all day I was just clouded. You know, looking back at old memories, rewatching my life as a movie, and appreciating the time when I was 18, 19. You know, I'm gonna be honest, 19 through 21, 22 was a blur. I literally wasted that 4 year time period. So back in like 2022 was when I actually started to get back on track. Life started elevating, got into self development and all that stuff, and started getting myself to the point where I'm currently at, obviously. But yeah, next week is gonna be great. I'm actually pumped. I'm gonna be cold calling 200 numbers every single day, making $1,000 next week. I don't know, but if you make $1,000, there's no way you're not getting one single deal. One single deal. That is 0.0%. 0.00% if you want to be specific with the math. But that's the goal. Cold calling, cold calling, cold calling. My goal for this year is still $1.5 million. That is the goal. I don't care if you think it's too high, whatever, yada yada yada. I literally, genuinely could not give a shit. That is my goal on a 60% profit margin. Let's just call it 50%. 50% profit margin, 1.5. So we're talking what, 750. So that is a really good goal. That's what I'm shooting for. As you guys know, for those of you guys who do not actually know, my plan is $100 million liquid before the age of 30, and I know I can do it. I'm currently 25. I know I can do it. I have the right tactics, the right plan, the right thesis. I just have to put it into practice, obviously, and build a killer team to assist me on the way. Because trust me, I tried the whole lone wolf shit. It is not it. It does not pay off. That was me back in 23, 24, 23. For those of you guys who don't know, I got into IT contracting. So I was technically a single member LLC in the United States. That's essentially a solopreneur, one person business where you get a contract for bigger contractors. You're technically a subcontractor. That's how I got into entrepreneurship. I do not hold it against the guy, but this dude would just putting all this shit in my head. I was gonna make $80,000, $90,000 that year, yada yada yada. I only made like $44,000 take home, and I got into like $50,000 in debt because I had to get a truck to haul my vehicle, my tools, and my equipment to work as an entrepreneur. As a single member LLC, a solopreneur, a subcontractor. You're technically in charge of your own commute, transportation, tools, materials. And it was in IT, so obviously I had to buy a bunch of tools, but that's beside the point. So try that solo shit. 23 did not work. 24 not so much. I had a content team helping me with content on the main channel. Obviously that did not go anywhere, but other than that, I was to myself. I live alone, and not a lot of entrepreneurs to talk to. I'm not really in any community, which is something I really want to change going forward this year. So gonna try to network with more people, man. Obviously in the entrepreneurship space, unfortunately or fortunately, depending how you see it, you have to pay to play, and that's what I'm doing. Saving up to pay and play the game, baby. Learn from people who's already been there, who's already done it, and accelerate my growth, accelerate my speed. That's the game. That's the name of the game. That's the goal. So yeah, so next week actually, dial in 1,000 numbers with the goal of closing. Realistically, I plan to close 4 deals, but on the bare minimum, if you were straight up brain dead, there's no way you cannot close 1 deal. And I'm not brain dead. I am a relatively intelligent and smart individual actually. So I know if I actually commit to it, which I will, I'm confident I will commit to it. I have 4 deals in the works next week. 4 deals in the works next week. And that is a good amount of money, trust me. That's a good amount of money. We're talking upwards of $820,000 if I do pull through. Depending on how you see it, could be $120,000 or $60,000. So let's just say $60,000 to $120,000 is, what we're looking at if I do pull through. If I do not pull through, I don't know if I want to share this with you guys, but I may have to pick up 1 or 2 more contracts for 4 months, which, trust me, I do not want to do that. That is not the game. I never want to have a plan B, plan A, all in, burn the fucking boats. You're winning, we're conquering, but at the same time, there's that logical aspect of every man who wants you to know that if something happens, if regardless of how well planned and how well versed you are, something happens, you can actually take care of yourself, take care of your family, and not end up in the streets. Because I don't have a girl, so I can't mooch off of anyone. I know some of you guys have girlfriends, you guys split bills 50-50. I am 100% solo. I have been since the day of age 17. I did not have zero debt. I lived life debtless till 2 years 2 years ago when I got into the IT contracting. Now I have like 60 grand worth of debt, which I'm not scared of. I know I'm paying pretty much it off by the end of this year with my goal, my plan, and my implementation. So, but other than that, things are going good. Worst case scenario, I go pick up 1 or 2 contracts for 4 or 5 months max. 4 months, because with 4 months we're talking $32,000 rev. In pure savings, probably gonna be like 9 grand. But in 5 months, rev is gonna be 40 grand. In pure savings, upwards of 11 if I pull it off. So roughly 10K if I go do this. But at the same time, I know if I dedicate my time to cold calling over the next week, I am definitely signing 4 deals. I am 1000% signing 4 deals, and I will not have to go do this stuff. So that is kind of like where I'm at. So this channel is essentially going to be weekly updates. We're going to be posting twice a week updates. I'm going to have another channel dedicated to solo podcasts down the road. If I do find a partner who would be interested in a podcast, I'm going to be posting on that channel. It's going to be once a week post, podcast style. This channel twice a week, updates, vlog style-ish. I'm going to be going out occasionally. For the most part, it's going to be vlog style updates, day in the life, recap type of content on obviously my main channel, which is educational and teaching. That is, that's where my content is currently focused on. Editing, making it valuable, and just pleasant to watch. This is going to be 100% raw. Same thing with the podcast. The podcast is going to have minimal edit, intro, outro, perhaps a background music, because I do like background music on podcasts. But this specific channel, no edits, literally no edits. Raw, directly from my brain, through my mouth, to my camera, uploaded to YouTube. because I know I'm gonna be looking back in this video to this video 5 years from now with 120 or 150 million liquid in my bank account, surpassing my goals and just smiling, probably on a yacht in Greece, one of the Greek islands, with like two baddies behind, two baddies in each corner. But that's the goal, man. I plan to meet a lot of people by the end of this year. A lot of people I used to watch on YouTube, on my computer, on my TV. But that's the goal. People like Belmar, 100%. Champs, not my favorite person. But he seems like a cool guy. He's like, he does the crypto stuff. It's not like my favorite thing in the world, but he seems like a cool guy. Definitely Brett Malinowski. 100% gonna meet him by the end of this year. Obviously, Iman. If you're doing business, if you're a Zoomer, a Gen Z, you have to meet him, man. He's like probably the most successful Gen Z who's done it himself. I really don't think there's anyone else. You know, he's done over 100 mil. The Onahu brothers, whatever you call it, they're doing like 30 mil, right? So Iman's pretty much it. So Sneeko, he's probably done like 20-30 mil easily as well. Oh, Aiden is someone else who's possibly Aiden has surpassed, because he has his gambling deal, even though I do not agree with that. But Aiden Ross definitely has done over 100 mil, because with his gambling deal, with stake, you know, with his audience, dude, he's probably worth like $250 million at this point. So most likely Aiden is up top, then a man, probably Kai Cenat, then Speed, and vice versa. But those are the people. I don't want to meet Speed. I do not care about that dude and his shtick. It's not my cup of tea. Even Kai Cenat, it's not my cup of tea. I may meet them in person, shake them obviously, but I'm not actively gonna go out to go, oh, I want to go see this person. No. If it happens, if we're in the same club, we're in the same mastermind for whatever reason, or in the same spot, cool, shake their hands, you know, probably take a pic, you know, not because I'm a fanboy or anything, because why not? Might as well. But for the most part, the three people I really want to meet, the Belmer, especially Luke Belmer, Brett Malinowski, Luke Alexander. I think he's a cool lad. He's a cool lad. Actually 5, I'm gonna bump it up. Jack Hopkins in Dubai, and man, those are the 5 people I'm definitely 100% gonna meet. That's gonna be my Christmas gift. So December I'm just gonna be traveling all over the world, sitting on $250,000 in profit, rolling over 250K. No, actually rolling over 200K. Next year for marketing and advertising, 50K I'm gonna pay myself. That covers all my bills. I live really, really simple. Then I'm gonna pay out all my debt with 100K. Left with, I believe, $400,000. 100K debt payment, 200K reinvestment, 50K payment. So yeah, that's 350. Gonna be left with $400 liquid, $400,000 liquid in my bank account by the end of this fucking year, bro. Let's fucking go. So that's the goal. That's the goal. I don't know if I'm gonna get property. I don't think it's gonna be worth it, honestly. I'm just gonna reinvest that money into, I don't want to double, yeah, most likely reinvest it into something else. I don't want to double down on the info side of my business, but I will double down on my firm, which is, you know, a strategy implementation firm. We work directly with people in finance, you know. So I'm gonna double down on that. That's an actual firm. Obviously, it's good to have an educational part of any business. So I'm gonna have an info side of things on YouTube. That's what I'm building my main channel for. But this channel is just old YouTube, just raw. I really don't think I'm gonna monetize this channel, honestly. It's just unfiltered raw content. But that's the goal. I'm overthinking now. I don't want to think too far. But next week is gonna be pretty good, man. I'm pretty stoked for it. I'm pretty excited for it. And yeah, let's go. And all of you guys say, oh, you're gonna make 40 grand in like 4 or 5 months, like take home 10K. What the fuck are you on? Trust me. Yeah, because of the debt. I mean, right now I'm roughly paying $5,500 a month for software on the back end. So that's an additional 500. So we're talking just under $6,000 a month right now, which is, if it wasn't for my vehicle and if it wasn't for my editing team, my actual bills would be under $2,500. My feeding is $500 a month. I literally live like a king on $500 a month in feeding. $100 a week. Then I have an additional $100. I literally just go to restaurants on the weekend. $25, $25, $25, $25. That's all. And $500 a week, and I'm good. And I live in Texas, so groceries are relatively cheap. I'm not living in Miami or anything like that. Rent is about $1,500, including electricity, utilities, and all that stuff. So that's already $2,000. What else? That's pretty much it. That's really it. I do my laundry myself, clean my apartment. It takes like an hour a week. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, my vehicle is what bumps that up, like $1,000 for the note. Then my editing team's $1,500, so that's already $2,500. Then my other debt for tools I financed and stuff like that, we're talking roughly another $1,000. That's $3,500 plus $2,000 brings you to $5,500. Plus now I have GHL, I have a couple other software I'm using currently for work because I'm still gonna be building. I'm still building, so that bumps it up to closer to $6,000. But again, I'm paying everything off and going back to zero debt by the end of 2025. So yeah, that's the goal for next week. So keep me accountable. I'm going to touch base with you guys next week as well. 200 code calls every single day, 1,000 code calls before the week, and 4 deals minimum. That is like less than 1%, right? Because 10% is 100, 5% is 50, 1% is 10. So less than 1%. So 4 deals is what I'm shooting for. I'll take 3 if it really happens, but 4 deals is what I'm shooting for. At 4 deals, we're talking 60 to 120K depending on the deals. At 3, we're talking $45 to $95,000 depending on the deals. So that's what we're looking at. I'm excited. I'm excited for next week. Building my confidence. Something else I gotta start doing is stop staying home too much. I gotta be going out every single evening, walk around, meet people, and just live life. Can't just be cooped up in the fucking apartment all day. That's not the way to live life. So that's something else I'm gonna be working on. I'm also gonna switch my gym routine from evenings to the mornings because it makes more sense to work out in the morning, especially as an entrepreneur, rather than in the evening. Because in the evening after work, you want to go out, socialize and meet people, or you have to go to the gym, then shower, then dress up again, then go back. It's kind of like, so I'm just gonna move my gym schedule upwards before work. I currently wake up 7 a.m., get ready before 8, go for a sun walk, 15 minutes, 8:15, ready up, start journaling, 8:20 through 9. I'm in front of my computer working. So I typically work 9 to about 5 now, but over the past 2 weeks, I've been working till like 7. So I'm working 9 hours a week now. I used to work 7 hours a week, 7 hours a day. Now I'm working 9 hours a day. I may keep this 9 hours, I may not, but I think 7 hours is ideal. I can see myself doing that at age 90, literally, because I'm not dying till 120 years. So I know I'm gonna keep it from 30 to 90. I can see myself maintaining that schedule. So that is a schedule I see myself maintaining in the long term. But I'm trying out this late night work schedule, 9 hours. I think it's good for grinding season when you want to grind. But if you're not grinding, if you're maintaining, when you've built a little bit of wealth, a little bit of momentum, you have a team behind you, 7 hours really, you don't need to work more than that, honestly. But I go to bed around 10, 2200, wake up 7, get about 8 hours of solid sleep. So other than that, quick update for the week. Appreciate you guys for watching and tuning in. Catch you guys later.